Hi, welcome back to Gaming for Gamers. So today, a small video about something I've seen online recently. It's not necessarily a new thing, but it's a new thing for me because I hadn't seen it before. So Microsoft apparently advises devs of games and publishers not to make curvy female characters in their games, and there's a whole little statement about what you shouldn't do and what you shouldn't put into games. A lot of it's wokeness and, you know, make sure the female characters are equal to the male characters and have similar levels of armour and can do the things men can do, which obviously in some games that's not really appropriate because, you know, you want to have, all characters can't be the same. That's silly, whether they're male or female. But apart from that, there's a whole little paragraph about making not making curvy female characters, and number one, that's like dumb and stupid because like some women are curvy and that's normal, and it's just weird that there's this obsession now with making women as asexual as they can. You don't have to make them obsessively sexual. I mean, here's Noor and she's nicely shaped, let's just say that, but there's nothing overtly sexual about her shape. She's just, you know, a normal woman's shape and she looks good with it, let's just say that. But there's nothing wrong with that because, you know, women are that shape, and okay, there's a whole different thing if you're going to make women with ridiculously sized parts, and that's a different argument, but we're not talking about it. We're just talking about women that are curvy, and in the real world there are plenty of women that are curvy. If diversity is anything, it's including everybody. So if you're going to include every colour and every race and short people and tall people, and you have to include women that are curvy because that's part of the world. So that's weird that diversity is excluding a certain group of women who are then going to feel, I don't know, excluded, I suppose, and not represented in gaming or the media, which is weird. But also, and it's like an add-on to this, I have Instagram, probably a lot of you do, and Instagram is absolutely full of women in gyms wearing lycra, wearing tight clothes, and the only reason anyone watches their videos, and I've seen women playing the piano in tight clothes, and the only reason anyone watches their videos is because they're wearing extremely tight clothes, especially very tight tops, showing all their cleavage, etc, etc, bending over in gyms. You've all seen it, you'll know what I mean. If you don't, check out Instagram. It happens on TikTok, but Instagram's the thing I see that on a lot. And all those women, and they're women, remember, doing that, they're not being exploited by men, they're making these videos of their own free will just to get likes. They are doing much more damage to women and to how men view women than anyone in any game ever made. If you make a game, and bearing in mind loads of people are influenced by what they see in games, and women, it's all fantasy, every single thing about a game is fantasy, it's not real. So people seeing even things like Stellar Blade aren't necessarily influenced to thinking, oh, all women look like that, because we know they don't, it's not a real person. Whereas real women on Instagram making views because they're bending over in lycra, running around in skimpy tops, showing their cleavage, showing themselves in swimsuits, etc, just for likes, that's much more damaging, in my opinion, to how females are looked at by men than anything anyone does in a video game, and that's women doing that. So it's very much weird standards where you're trying to be diverse, but you won't include curvy women in video games, which is very undiverse, if that's a word. And there's much more damage done by women themselves online, making videos just to get likes because of what they're wearing and their shapes and their curves, than anything that's ever going to be in a video game. So the world we live in has gone really, really crazy. It's like there's certain elements of media where we're all over, or some people are all over wokeism and diversity, and especially gaming now, where you know, in the Western gaming market, you really are struggling to, in AAA games, to have any women that have got any kind of shape at all, because it's almost like a taboo now. Whereas online, you can just go on anything online, and you can see women doing all manner of things, and that's women doing them. And they're not being exploited by men. I'm not talking about sex sites or anything like that. We're talking about just women on Instagram, on TikTok, who are exploiting their own bodies for no other reason than to get likes. And which is more damaging to how men view women, and which is more degrading to women. So anyway, it's just a whole little thought I had, which all leads one thing leads to another. That's my fault. Anyway, so thanks for watching Gaming for Gamers. Till next time, take care for now.